Hey guys, I'm Logan. Welcome back to the long drive. We're doing it again. If I will take off the parking brake, I think we've got a lot of gas. We just hit 100 on the odometer for last trip. I think, let's see if we can do another 100 today. I think we can do it. Let's knock out another 100. We're sitting at, I think it said 4,366. So we are definitely closing in on our goal. Oh, Halloween is over. It has passed. My favorite holiday, sadly, is over. It was fine. It was, I actually heard something a few years ago talking about holidays and how as you get older, they sort of lose their magic and all this. And the theory basically was, as a kid, all of this holiday magic, holiday things are just happening around you. You go to school and you come home and maybe there's decorations put up, whether it's a Christmas tree or Halloween decorations, whatever. You go to school, there's Halloween parties, Christmas parties, you get a day off here and there, whatever. But as an adult, you have to go and make these things happen. You have to go out and shop for the decor and put it up and deal with it. So that takes away from a lot of the magic of it seeming to just happen around you. And I know for me, being a little bit older and not growing up on streaming, those old commercials, toys, and things like that, cereals, candies, seasonal foods, whatever, were a big part of the advertising. So you would see Halloween specific, rocking the road, Halloween or Christmas specific commercials that kind of made themselves a part of the season or of the holiday. So, like that old Campbell's soup commercial where the kid comes in as a snowman, eats his, $1 can of Campbell's soup, warms up and thaws out, and the snowman's a kid. Or the, that old M&M's commercial. I think they still run it because it's so loved. The M&M's commercial where they sneak into the living room at night after hearing something, and Santa's putting presents under the tree, and he goes, "They do exist," and he's like, "He does exist," and they both pass out. So it's things like that that kind of ingrain themselves into part of the holiday that you lose when you're not watching cable television, when you're older and you're not just experiencing these things, you're having to make it actively happen. And there is a difference, it does feel very different. And so I think that's a big part of it. So every year, I try to get myself into like the holiday spirit, whether it's Christmas or Halloween, whatever. And it just never really feels the same. I don't know, maybe it's the depression, who knows. But it was a fine Halloween. I had to work and had a doctor's appointment, so that was not a fun way to spend my Halloween. And then, of course, getting older, I'm replacing things in my house that I had gotten earlier this year. Got a new kitchen faucet, went to install it, and realized that for the first time ever, I found a kitchen faucet that did not include a deck plate. So if you don't know, a deck plate is just it's that long metal piece that sits under the faucet where the water comes out, that covers extra holes or gives it extra support, whatever it needs. Well, 90% of the time they come with one just in case you need it. This one didn't. So I had to go order another one, which I didn't realize that until I had already unhooked all the water. So I had no water in the kitchen yesterday. That plate comes in, I start installing it, everything's going fine. Well, fine-ish. I'm annoyed as all get out because it's driving me insane. But I finally start getting it together, and all of a sudden, I can't hook it up. It's ready for the water to be connected, and I can't. Because the water lines that were in here have a female end. The provided hoses that they gave had a female end. So now I've got to go out and get a coupler or a little extra piece of hose that has a male on both ends just so I can connect the two together and hope that that doesn't introduce an extra point of leakage, which, if you're like me, it always does. So this is day 2 of still having no water in the kitchen until I can get that extra piece. I mean, luckily I still have water throughout the rest of the house, of course, so I can get water from different sinks and everything, but it's just the fact that the kitchen sink I can't do anything with. Now, luckily, when they put the washer in, the washer cutoff and connection is actually below the sink, so you can turn the sink water off while keeping the dishwasher. So I was able to use the dishwasher last night and get a little caught up on some dishes, but I still have no running water in the sink. So that's a bummer. I gotta deal with that. And then got a new shower head for the master bath, which is great. It just uses so much water. It drained the water heater in like one 15-minute shower. It was crazy. So I'm probably gonna have to put it. Oh, geez. I thought we had avoided that. We didn't. Oh, no. Okay. Well, let's just. There's something in the road. Alright, let's go ahead and have a sleep, and we'll see what we knocked off of Van Helsing. But anyway, the line that comes out that connects the water is cracked, so it shoots water everywhere. The shovel's falling through the bottom of Van Helsing. That's kind of weird. And there's something in the road. What is that? Okay, so what are you? You're a mirror. Okay, so let's grab that. Wait, where'd it go? There it is. Oh, autosave. So I do have autosave set. Oh, that's our rear view. And come on, pick up. There we go. So I do have autosave set to only happen while on ground, which is nice. Engine looks weird. Oh, that's why. Because this guy came off, so we're gonna lift that back up. Alright, what is that in the road back up here? Oh, it's a mirror. Okay. I don't think we lost anything else. That was a relatively minor wreck. Relatively. Put you back on, get back in the van, and let's go. So we only made it 14.5 kilometers before we spun out and crashed. Ooh, let's go ahead and shave a little bit. Cut across the desert. But so yeah, so that pipe is cracked, which means water goes everywhere. So I've got to find a way to seal that up or replace it. I don't want to replace it. Previous owner said that he had tried, and for some reason it was a nightmare. So I would much rather just kind of leave it alone. And I don't know if you can hear them, but my cats are in the background playing. My girlfriend moved her cat in, so we're kind of getting to the final stages of her moving in and getting all her stuff together. And so she finally moved her cat in, and he's much more vocal than mine was. He likes to meow a lot and do things, but he's also much more playful than my cat. So he tries to get mine to play all the time, and she doesn't necessarily want to. So a lot of times he'll just wander around meowing for her, like, hey, I want to play, let's play. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. She's very particular, my cat. Alright, so I assumed that was the road. I think it is. We can see it curving over right there. So I think that's going to be fine. Going to be fine. Oh, I didn't get the shovel. It's okay. We'll get it at some point. After that wreck, I don't know that we will do a solid 100 today. We've already went 20. And we're making really good progress. We do, though, we do need to start worrying about fuel. Because like we discovered a couple weeks ago, fuel is going to be questionable. I truly do not think we will have enough to get us there. Especially the way this this big V8 drinks the gasoline. So I think, oh, come on, don't, okay, there we go, we're good. I just don't think we're going to have enough. We did kind of like the basic math on it and realized we wouldn't, and I think that's going to hold. So I am a little concerned about fuel levels, but I guess we'll see as we get a little bit closer, or if we come across a ship. I do see a ghost house. Called a ghost house, a spook house. I bounce. Let's see. I do not see any ships. in the distance. There is... Oh, there's a... Is that a diner? Looks like a diner. Very close to the spook house. We don't really need anything from a diner, though. Mostly we stop at diners for car parts, paint, and cleaners. They don't tend to have... they don't usually have a lot of fuel. Maybe a liter or two up front at the pumps. It really is a shame that we cannot scavenge the pumps and try to find a way to get some fuel out of the tanks underneath. But it's okay. We have big ships that occasionally have fuel. Of course, those are always better for diesel. They seem to have diesel out the wazoo. Something spawned in. Looks like a car. We don't need it. And until there's a big update, we're probably not going to stop and be checking out cars too often. Now, if we do come across like the flatbed variant of this, we may swap out, because I do like the flatbed variant. It looks pretty nifty. Oh, there's a rock that didn't send us flying. That's good. Huh. There's nothing out here. But, yes, the flatbed variant. I do like the flatbed variant. It's kind of nifty looking, although I've grown really fond of Van Helsing. Like this red and white paint job that we've got going on. The way we've got everything laid out inside. We did a lot of organizing. And it just looks pretty cool. I really don't know that I would trade unless a new vehicle comes out that we decide we want to try. I really just don't know if it would be worth it. It's always hard when you get a vehicle to where you want it. Like when we got Christine, we had the nice tinted windows and we had the black bumpers. It was a cool looking car. Like, she was a great looking ride. So it's always a hard choice when you get your car where you want it to then come back and say, alright, well, I'm going to change. Big rock in the road. Okay. Well, we've already went 12.5 kilometers. No. 27.5. Not 12.5. Sheesh. Wow. So not too bad. We're averaging about one, well, in real time, we're averaging about 1 kilometer a minute. So that's not terrible, not great. Because obviously, we normally end up pushing 100 kilometers in about 45 minutes, not 45 kilometers in 45 minutes. Oh, wait a minute, no. I was way off. Jeez, I cannot read numbers today. I don't know what's going on with me. We're pushing 30 kilometers in about 13 minutes. Sheesh. I don't know why I cannot read numbers today. It's been a long week. It's only Wednesday. I'm recording this on a Wednesday. November the 1st. Oh, yeah. Crazy. Crazy. But it's been a long week for some reason, and it's only Wednesday morning. Oh well, it is what it is. Thought I saw something over there. I did not. Cats have been quiet for a few minutes, which is good. So my girlfriend's cat, he likes to sleep all throughout the day and be awake all night. My cat just drifts in and out throughout the day and night. But hers is very much a, I'm going to sleep during the day, I'm going to hide up somewhere, you're not going to find me, and I'm going to drive you absolutely insane overnight. Isn't that right, cat? He's over here staring at me. It's like he knows that I'm talking about him. I think he wants to look out the window, but it is very cold. I don't know if I want to open the blind. Although it would let some sunlight in and warm up a little bit in here. Which I'm generally hot-blooded, so I keep it colder than a lot of people like. I think in here right now it's like 65 degrees with the heat just keeping 65. And then at night I set the air on and push it way down. Yeah, I think he wants that blind open. Yeah, I'll open it for him in a little bit. Should we stop here? No. We're going to keep going. I pretty much really only want to stop at a cargo ship. Man, we are boogieing. Yeah, look at that. We must be... Yeah, we're going a little downhill. That's how we're going so fast. Because we've got that needle just boom. Oh, look at that too. 992 kilometers since we got Van Helsing and put this odometer in it. That is super cool. I don't know that we've... Well, I'd say Christine we put 1,000 plus kilometers on. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm guessing we did. But yeah, James, you made a really good point. You know, it's like you go back and you watch something that you've seen before, talking about spoilers and knowing what happens in a movie or a book, what have you. You can go back and you can pick up on things that you didn't see the first time because you were so engaged in the story that maybe you missed out on small details, things that weren't super obvious, but on a rewatch you catch and you say, oh man, I really missed that the first time. And this time you're not paying as much attention to everything that's every little word that's being said, every little scene, because you know what's happening. So you are able to focus more on fine details and things like that. So that's a really good point. I'm glad you mentioned it. So I guess maybe it works the same for people that don't care about spoilers. I don't know. I really don't. But I'm definitely not one of those people. If I'm watching it for the first time, I want it to be unspoiled. Like, I used to watch trailers and stuff and get all hyped up for a movie. Now if I see something that sounds interesting, I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting, and I'll watch it. Because I find that trailers either mislead me or they give too much away. So I go in and I'm like, oh yeah, I saw this in the trailer, I know what's about to happen. And then... what was the last... There was one big movie years ago, I think it was one of the Avengers movies, that maybe it was Infinity War. The first part of Infinity War, where Thanos finally shows up. I think it was that one, and I refused to watch any previews, any trailers, any teasers, nothing, because I did not want to know what was going to happen. I wanted to go in completely blind and say, I don't know what's going to happen. And I did. I avoided all of it and was able to sneak in, watch the movie without any spoilers at all. It was great. I didn't sneak into the theater. Like, I snuck into the movie without any prior knowledge. Cat, I need you to quit staring at me. He's staring at me and I don't like it. It's like he wants something and he's trying to just stare into my soul until he gets it. I think he really does want that blind open. Now he's staring at the blind. Like, alright, human, I stared at you. I got your attention. Now I'm staring at the blind. Give me what I want. Do not spawn a bus in. Okay, good. A lot of bats right there. So we are obviously running uphill now, and if we couldn't see it from there, we've got our little bubble level that shows us we are going uphill. We got our little pupper with us. He's hanging out. We need a name for our little Chihuahua buddy. Chihuahua? Chihuahua? I don't know. I'm sure that as a white guy from Appalachia, I am not saying Chihuahua correctly. However, it's as close as I can get. So, if you're a native Spanish speaker, let me know. But that's as close as I'm going to get. He needs a name. We need a name for him. I'm thinking George. Yeah, I think we might just call him George. Hey, George. George sounds like a good name for him. Alright, so I'm still not seeing any cargo ships, which is a bit of a bummer. Because I would like to be able to just pop off, get a bunch of fuel, and say, alright, we definitely have enough to make it. See, did I keep... See, I know I made a note. Yeah, okay, so we started at 920 on the odometer. So we went 83 miles? Is that right? 920 and now we're over 1,000. Yeah, okay. So we've went 80 some kilometers since we filled up the gas tank. And it's showing 3 out of 5 bars. Eh, So that's somewhere around 42 a bar, assuming it just flicked off. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 200. Yeah, that sounds about right based on what we were thinking. Oh. See, I'm hoping that our math was about correct. I mean, either way, even if it was wrong by a little bit, we are not going to make it to the end. At all. Yeah. We're not going to make it to the end. Which is a bummer, because I'd really thought that with the amount of fuel that we had saved up, we might be able to. So that kind of leaves us in an interesting position right now, yeah? So it's either... What can we do? I mean, we can just burn up all the fuel we have and see how close we are. Or we just stop every chance we get and just try to go early game strats again of just picking up every single liter that we find. I mean, at the rate this stuff burns through a liter of fuel, I don't even know if it would be worth it. 1 liter of fuel in this thing does not get us far at all. There's probably nothing there corresponding. Oh, one of these. It's a standard version, not a two-tone. And for us to be going so uphill, we are making good speed. That's the power of the V8. We're still pushing a $140 uphill, and that's relatively steep. So we are definitely climbing. We might get up into the snowy biome territory. The road keeps going up, which it does appear to be. So I guess we'll just keep on climbing. I don't really want to stop right here. This would be a terrible spot to stop. And I mean, chances are there's not going to be any ships around right here anyway. It's about to level out, so maybe we can have us asleep and take a look around. Yeah, here we go. Right, so let's go ahead and slow down. We'll put our brakes on, and we'll just go ahead and there we go. We'll screech to a halt, have us a quick sleep. What's happening? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, double no. Oh no. Oh, this is bad. This is real bad. Oh, guys, we just lost almost the entire drive. Yeah. We died because yeah, look at that. We are out of food and water. Our health has just been slowly decreasing the whole time. And I did not realize it. We just lost almost the entire drive. We were pushing, was it 60, 75 kilometers? And we just lost every bit of it. Let's see. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yeah, we just lost like 50, 60 kilometers. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah, we just lost almost this entire day's drive. We made it 14 kilometers. Well, on that horrible note of Logan's an idiot and just lost us a lot of time, we're going to end it. Yeah. I might, off camera, go and try to get us back where we were. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I did that. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm gonna figure out what we need to do. I might just try to get us back there so you guys don't have to watch the same drive again. Oh, this is great. This is just great. So, guys, I'm an idiot. The idiot named Logan. This is the long drive. I just completely screwed up and lost us a ton of time. But we'll do it again. We'll figure it out next time. If we start back where we ended, you'll know. I'll mention it. Hopefully. If not, we get to do all that driving again. So, guys, I'm the idiot known as Logan. This is the long drive, and I will catch you next time.